and lessons and resources into a long program, which Master called, from what he called life therapy. Life being life force, life being prana. And this is a long program that has many different courses in it. And the three fundamental courses are healing with prana. Second one is healing through the powers of the mind. And the third one is healing through vibrations. And so after compiling the study materials and teaching this for many years, I thought, well, I have these resources, I have this experience, and I can't take it with me when I go to Anandaloka. So why don't I leave it behind? And, so this is that phase of my life when I feel inspired and motivated to present these things. And so about 2.5 years ago, after I made sure that everything was working very well and that other people had been trained and so forth, and I could withdraw from my many activities, from teaching, from administration, from fundraising, from expansion, and so forth, that I could withdraw and focus on writing. And so, a couple who are living with us in our community had to go back to Germany, their homeland, to take care of an elder parent. And their apartment was available. And so I was able basically to just live in that apartment for the better part of 2 years and be in a seclusion and just dedicate myself almost 100% to writing these books. Not entirely 100%, because I left some percent also to look after my husband and take care of him and also our flower gardens. So I'd like to tell you, just share some things. I mean, there's 50 years worth of experience and 2 years of writing. And so we're only going to be able to, and what's the word? Aperitif, antipasto. What comes before the meal? Appetizer. Thank you. Okay, so today is just an appetizer for these books. Now, Master considered his teachings on healing to be primary to his mission. And in 1929, in the East-West magazine, he published what he was sent to accomplish, his aims and ideals. There were about a dozen of them, and these were prominent. I'd like to read you in his words what he came to do. And these are 4 points, 4 of the dozen, that deal with with healing and education. He said that he had came to establish universal, all-round education and establishment of educational institutions for the development of man's physical, mental, and spiritual natures. He was dedicated to for the attainment of bodily health through the Yogoda technique of recharging the body battery from inner life energy. This is the basis of the first volume. He was dedicated to helping us intelligently maintain the physical body on unadulterated foods, including a large percentage of raw fruits, vegetables, and nuts. I mean, imagine, an avatar coming, and he loves us so much, that he wants to help us in all ways, and saying, watch out for your diet and eat a lot of good food that's not been polluted, and dedicated, just in general, to physical, mental, and spiritual healing. So this is Master's focus. And through these teachings, he has made a significant contribution to the science of spiritual healing. When I was recently in Mumbai, where the Life Force trilogy was first presented at the beginning of January, I was sitting at Ananda Cafe. Have some of you been to Ananda Cafe? Yeah, it's a lovely place. If you ever go to Mumbai, please go there. It's a beautiful atmosphere. Well, I was there, just quietly having my lunch, and they have a book display, and very prominently displayed were the Life Force trilogy. And a woman had walked in, she saw the books, and she went to whoever was there and started asking about them. And the person said, oh, the author's sitting there, why don't you go and talk to her? So she came over, and this is what she told me. She said, I've been practicing healing techniques for myself for many years. And I've practiced many kinds of healing, and they've been beneficial for me. I'm very happy with what I'm practicing. And then she said, but I always had the thought that there must be something that ties them all together. There must be a stream of something that unites, that is fundamental. Okay? And she said, as soon as I saw the title of your book, I knew what it was. It is Life Force. And this is Master's contribution, because no matter what form of healing we practice for ourselves, or if we are a practitioner of anything, from coaching in any level, physical, psychology, family counseling, whatever it is, an understanding of how to attract life force and use life force will heal us, and will make all disciplines more vital. So what is life force? Life force is the very creative power of the universe, the power that created the universe, the pranava, the first emanation from cosmic consciousness was power, was Mahashakti. That's life force, by whatever name. And Master, in his writings, calls it life force. And the use of life force, he calls life therapy. So it animates, the life force animates all of life, all of creatures and plants and human beings, and every dimension of our lives is animated by life force. The more we have of life force, the more health we have, the more wisdom, the more prosperity. So Master's teachings say to us that let's start with Swami Sri Yukteswar, our Param Guru. Did you know, by the way, that Sri Yukteswar was very interested in healing? Sri Yukteswar had entered medical college. Did you know that? He didn't stay there very long, but he studied medicine. And after, I think, a year or so, He understood that, the real healing was not there. And then he studied Ayurveda. So Sri Yukteswar knew a lot about health and about natural healing. And he passed this wisdom on to Master. And Sri Yukteswar said, he's so concise. I've made up a word that it describes him. For me, Sri Yukteswar is sutric. Sutric, like a sutra is a condensation of knowledge, the sutras, all kinds of sutras. And Sri Yukteswar's teaching was very sutric. And here is one of his sutras about healing. He says, all humanity suffers from a common ailment. It's spiritual amnesia. Yeah, he had a way with words. Spiritual amnesia. We have all forgotten who we are. And he says, the root cause of all disease is ignorance. He goes on to say, we think we are a body and we have a soul. Do you have a soul? Do you have a soul? Does anybody here not have a soul? That's not right. He says, we don't have a soul. We are a soul that has a body. And from time to time, we change from one body to another. Ignorance, spiritual amnesia. We are a soul. Our nature, our inheritance is life force, is power, is will, is consciousness. And so Master, making this practical, says that for self-healing, we want to do two things. One is to increase the amount of life force that enters our body. And the second thing to do is then to direct that life force where it's needed to the cells of our body, to the thoughts in our mind. Self-healing is all about life force, more of it, and directing it that it flows in a harmonious way. Master claimed that each of our 84 billion cells is the number that he gave. Each one is a powerhouse of pure energy. He would pinch his arm and say, in 1 gram of flesh, there's enough energy to keep the city of Chicago in electricity for a whole week. Now, if we apply that to Delhi or Gurgaon these days, it might be for a day. So we, what should I say? We are a reservoir of life force that's in every one of our cells. But in order to be healthy, we need to activate that life force. And we need to open ourselves for more life force. So Master's great contributions to the science of healing are these. One, that life force animates the whole universe, and it is the singular power that heals. His second contribution, how does that life force get into us? Where is the doorway? Now, we might take for granted some of our teachings, but we need to realize how revolutionary they truly are. It's only Master who talks about the doorway to cosmic energy being at the medulla oblongata. You won't find this anywhere else. So this is his second contribution, that in order to get more energy, we need to open the doorway, okay? The astral doorway. He says physical food comes in through this mouth. The astral food comes in through the mouth of God at the medulla. His third contribution is that the trigger that opens the door, like the latch, is willpower. And again, he's the only one who has made this teaching so crystal clear, so succinct. And what's the sutra? The greater the will, the greater the flow of energy, the greater the flow of life force. So making that connection, between the doorway and what opens the doorway. And his fourth great contribution to the science of spiritual healing is the technique that does it, which he originally called the Yagoda exercises, and then later on the energization exercises. Now, these books are full of techniques, but the most important one is the energization exercise, because it does it. It stimulates the medulla. It stimulates our willpower when we use it. It strengthens our concentration. It directs life force to all parts of our body. It enhances the mind-body connection through the flow of energy, but through concentration. Now, as I was presenting this in the book and studying some recent experiments or studies on this, I saw that scientifically it has been proved that what we practice as energization, which is tense with will, relax and feel, is the key to increased energy, blood flow, oxygen, and the elimination of toxins from the body. Because when we tense a body part and we hold that tension for at least 3 seconds, the toxins are being pushed out through the veins into the lungs, the breath, and so forth. So as we tense, it's a purification effect. When we relax, after having tensed for 3 seconds, what happens is that an increased amount of blood flows exactly to that part. And with the blood comes oxygen, comes nutriments, and comes life force. So I would say for daily purification, for daily self-healing, it's the energization exercises, especially the 20-part body recharging, which I recommend that you do often during the day, done with deep concentration so that the tension phase is smooth and lasts about 3 counts. I'm sorry, the tension, and then that we hold for about 3 seconds with high tension, and then equally for about 3 counts, the relaxation, because it's in the tension that toxins are eliminated. It's in the relaxation that life force nourishes and restructures the body cells. Master says that through the energization exercises, we are generating new body cells. We are eliminating damaged body cells, and we are nourishing the existing body cells with more power. When we do a full set of the energization exercises, we have done a full self-healing. And if we do it more than once a day, and then if we do the 20 body parts with this rhythm and flow and with deep concentration, I find that for myself, when I understand what's actually happening, it's better. The effect is stronger because intention is the greatest part of anything. When we have the right intention, when we focus, when we understand the process that's happening, we enhance it. So what I'd like to do with you, by the way, how much time, when do we finish? 45 more minutes? My word. Okay, we're gonna have a 5-second pause while I drink. This is my cocktail. Please, I encourage you to drink. If you have water, please do. It's one of Master's teachings to drink a lot. What we're going to do now is, oh, there's some people standing. Are there no more chairs? Are we out of chairs? There's pillows, there's cushions in front. Please, 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 please find a place. Please help them. I see there's a couple empty seats here. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware sooner. Yeah, there you are. And there's some empty chairs. And now that you've all been seated, I'm going to ask you to stand up. Okay. So those of you who are sitting in chairs, you can stay seated if you wish, because this is just as effective as seated, or stand. Those of you who are sitting on the floor, you do need to stand because there'll be some body parts you can't get to while you're sitting. So please either stand or remain sitting. And we're going to do just a 20-part body recharging. And please feel fine about sitting. I do this exercise many times sitting at my computer. So the first thing we're going to do is close our eyes. And if you can visualize, you're like a fish swimming in the ocean. Okay? And you're swimming in an ocean of life force. Okay? And it's all around you and it feels so good. But it's on the outside of your body. Now we want to bring that life force, that healing power inside. So massage the medulla, just slowly with awareness, and give pressure to it because you're opening that doorway. Okay, and in the other direction too, and visualize that there's a doorway opening. Okay, it's a big door. And relax the arms down. Now, this cosmic life force, every time we tense with will, is going to be drawn into the body. And every time we relax and feel, is going to rush to the individual body part. So we're going to start with the double breath, the tensing of the body and the relaxing. Do this slowly and consciously. There's no need to hurry the energization, and especially when we're doing only the 20-part body recharging. So take a double breath. Slowly tense, slowly, low, medium, high. Now vibrate and hold, 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 slowly relax. Okay, let's get into that rhythm again. Double breath. Inhale, slowly, slowly. Hold, vibrate, hold, hold, slowly relax. And feel, see, visualize the life force flooding down throughout the body. Concentrate deeply in the arch of the left foot, curling the toes under. Keep your mind there and slowly tense, 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 and hold, 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 and slowly relax. Feel the life force rushing, permeating all of the cells, and feel. Move your concentration to the right foot, the arch, curl the toes under, slowly tense, 2, 3, hold and vibrate, 2, 3, slowly relax, relax, and feel, visualize the warm, healing energy and light. Both feet have been purified and nourished. Concentrate now in the left calf. Find it, keep your mind there, and slowly tense, 2, 3, vibrate, 2, 3, and relax with control and feel, visualize. Move your attention to the right calf at the center and tense slowly, slowly. Vibrate as strong as you can and hold and slowly relax. See and feel the life force flooding the calves. Concentration now in the left thigh and tense. 2, 3. Vibrate, vibrate, stronger, stronger, and slowly relax and let the life force flow and feel, feel. Concentration now in the right thigh. First the mind goes, then the willpower, tense, low, medium, high. Vibrate, vibrate, vibrate. Slowly, with control, relax, relax, and feel. The body is being purified and nourished. Cells are being replaced, regenerated, rejuvenated. Concentrate now in the left buttock. First the mind goes, then the willpower is activated, low, medium, high. Vibrate, 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 and slowly relax and feel the healing energy. The right buttock, concentrate, focus, and tense, and hold, 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 and slowly relax and feel. Life force permeates all of the body's cells. They obey the mind. The lower abdomen, concentrate there and tense. Vibrate, hold, 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 and relax with control. Totally relax. Relax more, relax, relax, and feel. The upper abdomen now, the area around the stomach, tense, slowly, slowly, slowly. Hold, vibrate, 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 and slowly relax, slowly, and feel, feel. Relax all of the tension in the abdominal muscles. Keep your mind there. Feel the healing energy working in the stomach, in the intestines, in the liver. The lower left arm now, concentrate first and tense. Vibrate and hold, 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 and slowly relax, relax. Feel the energy flooding into the lower arm, lower right arm. Concentrate, then tense and vibrate stronger, 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 and slowly relax. Feel, feel. Take the moment to feel The upper left arm, biceps, triceps, tense. Vibrate, vibrate, hold and relax. Keep the mind there and feel. The mind now into the right upper arm and tense. And hold, hold, hold. And relax, 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 and feel, feel, feel. Left side of the chest, concentrate there. Now tense and get all of those muscles, vibrate, vibrate, hold, and relax. See the light, the healing light flooding into the left chest and the breast. The right side, concentrate and tense. Vibrate, hold, vibrate, hold, and slowly relax. Feel the light permeating, healing the body cells. The left side of the neck, tense, and hold, 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 and slowly relax and feel. The right side of the neck, tense, hold, 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 and slowly relax. The front of the neck, vocal cords, thyroid, tense, hold, hold. Slowly relax, feel the light and the healing power flooding those parts of the body. The back of the neck, tense, hold, hold, and slowly relax. And now with one breath, tense and hold up, and then with one breath, relax on the way down at your own pace. Don't go too fast. Hold, hold, hold. Double breath, tense the whole body. Vibrate, hold, hold, hold. Exhale. Slowly, 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 and feel. Keep your eyes closed. Feel your body in all parts of it. Feel your body at the cellular level. Visualize those cells. They've been energized, vitalized, renewed, restored. All aberrations have been eliminated. Any malformation in the cells, any weakness in the cells have been expelled. Your body is new, healthy, whole. Open your eyes. Welcome to your new body. Please have a seat. And I know that many or all of you energize often or every day. What was this experience like for you compared to your daily experience? Or if you've done it for the first time, what was your experience in this exercise? Please share with me. Thank you. All right. What happens is that even in our most precious relationships, in the work that we do, and in our spiritual practices, they, with time, become not only automatic, they become superficial. We don't need to rush, especially when we're doing such an important operation. You know, surgeons aren't rushed, one hopes. Okay. And Master says very clearly in the original lessons on energization, practice these energizations slowly and with deep concentration. Okay. The The slower, the better, but don't exaggerate, you know, and with a deep concentration, because it's the mind that directs the energy. Energy follows the mind. And that's why concentration, if our minds are somewhere else and we're energizing, where's the energy going? You know, it's just getting dispersed. Try it. I must confess that I have to make a conscious effort every time I energize, not to get distracted. Because somewhere along the way, you know, a thought comes up, oh, I need to write this message, or, you know, I need to do that, or I need to put this away, you know, right in the middle. And I just tell myself, focus, you know, you're going to get through this entire set from beginning to end and not be distracted. Okay? So focus and concentration are keynotes to progress, to evolution, and certainly to self-healing. So thank you for that comment. Don't be in a rush. What else was your experience, please? Yes. Yes, could you please understand and I mean, stand up and speak loudly? So she's saying that she just feels this tremendous power. She doesn't feel her body. She just feels in a different dimension. Thank you. Thank you very much. And we should all be encouraged by that. I mean, this is pure power. We're dealing with the power of the universe. We're inviting it to come in, not only to our bodies, but to our lives, okay? And to empower us. When we energize well, every part of our life becomes energized. And what we're working with is not something physical, although its effects are also physical. This is pure astral energy. And this is one reason why we energize before we meditate, because we elevate right away, other than just being in the aches and pains of the physical body as we sit there. So thank you. Other experience, other comments? Okay, it brings us here and now. Okay? And so much of life, so much of life's treasures and experiences and grace, we miss, not because they don't happen, but because we're somewhere else. You know, God is always here. I remember when Swami said, I mean, it was one of his sutras that had a great impact on me. He said, God will never be more present with you than he is right now. I mean, so we're always putting it off, right? You know, after I meditate, after this, after I finish my work, when I retire, you know, it's all, you know, it's then that I'll be able to experience. But he is as present with us in this very moment, with this very breath, than he ever will be. So let's not miss the moment. No, carpe diem. Other comments, please. Yeah, please speak more loudly. Okay, so before I start to energize, I always massage the medulla. even before I do the prayer, I massage the medulla and I visualize the door open, and then I start. Visualization is one of Master's most fundamental teachings. And when you read the second volume, the mind, the superpowers of the mind, one of the three superpowers of the conscious mind is visualization. Not many people realize the extent to which Master spoke about, wrote about visualization and the importance he gives to visualization. When we visualize something, it's real. It's not, why is it real? Because mind is everything. And to accomplish anything, if we can see it, if we visualize it, then we're able to achieve it. And champion athletes in all disciplines are trained in mental imagery. And they even say that is why they are successful. I read some statements from the current great female gymnast, Simone Biles, saying how important visualization is to her. The greatest swimmer of all times, Michael Phelps, was trained by his coach in visualization. He had to visualize his entire routine every morning and every evening before he went to sleep, minutely, visualizing every movement, every breath, and whatever. And he's the most decorated of swimmers of all time. At least he was up until a year or so ago. All right, so thank you for commenting. The importance of visualization, the importance of visualizing or feeling the life force. How do you feel life force? It's different. It could be different every time you do it. It could be, I am a flowing river of boundless power and energy. There's that visualization. We'll be doing that affirmation soon. It could be a light ray, it could be a color, it could be a waterfall, it could be whatever. But just to feel it, to see it, that power is flowing through my veins. Okay. Any other? Yes, please. And okay, wait, hold, and because there was somebody behind you, Rohit. Wasn't there a hand up? One of the ladies there? There was not? Okay, so here and then Rohit.
So this was very powerful, especially because I felt once we were doing slowly visualizing and we were being guided, so mind was not running there. I guess you can tell us 20 what it charge for mind also, right? Because it runs there and there despite us mentally.
Okay, so how can we do a 20 part for the mind? This is the best exercise for the mind, really, because when we do it consciously and specifically, the mind is always engaged. Because that's why when I guided you, I said, concentrate first before you tense. If you analyze yourself when you're energizing, you don't do that. You're just activating muscles without concentrating. Okay. So if you do it properly, you put the mind there, you see? And to give other answers to your question, Master says, and Swami gives great emphasis, in order to train the mind, do one thing at a time. One thing, don't multitask. Okay. Concentration means focusing on one thing and eliminating distraction. Okay. So whatever you're doing, if you're writing an email, that's all you're doing. You're not waiting for the pings and the pongs to, distract you. But do one thing at a time. One of Swami Kriyananda's affirmations is, I give my full attention to everything I do. And that's it. Even if it's just, for a minute or 10 minutes or a half an hour, this is what I'm doing now, and I will not be distracted. Okay? And then you train your mind, and the mind loves to concentrate. Yeah. I mean, it is the monkey mind. It wants to jump around, but our mind is happiest when it's focused, like a laser beam. There's just, I don't know if you've had this experience, but there's great joy in concentration, because we can bring such power to, like you experienced in these exercises, to bring power to what it is that we're doing. And then it elevates it. I mean, we can live life, just at the mediocre level that we normally do, or we could live life at high octane. Okay. And there's so much difference in that. And it's all about concentrating, doing one thing at a time, giving our full attention to it. Rohit, your experience. Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you for this. When we did this together, it took some time. If you do the same thing, it'll take a little less time. Okay. And especially when you get used to this rhythm and to concentrating and so forth. We have been given such powerful and precious tools and techniques for self-realization from the great master of our age. But their power, is like locked in these tools, and we have to find them. We have to unlock that power. There's all degrees. What should I say? There's people who play music, there's musicians, and then there's great composers. There's people who dabble, with painting. There's professional artists and painters, and there's immortal ones. What's the difference? The power is there in each activity that we do, in each tool that we have, but we need to find it. And so this is what we're doing with energization. And from here, we could go on with the rest of the tools that our masters have brought us, to our Hong Sa, to our Kriya. What power, talk about power in a technique, power for self-healing. It's Kriya, because Kriya creates the harmonious flow of life force. Illness is due to an inharmonious flow or a blocked flow. It's through Kriya that we unblock, we unleash the power of life force, and we clear the way, make straight the way of the Lord. You don't know that. You don't know that. That was John the Baptist, who came before Christ. What he would say to his disciples was, make straight the way of the Lord. So metaphysically, that's what we're doing in Kriya. We're making straight the way, the Sushumna of the Lord, of God, realization. It's such, for what we have, it's energization and Kriya are the most powerful. But everything is so powerful from our masters. Well, thank you for your comments. And I hope that you'll practice at least the 20-part body charging in this way, and then slowly all of the energization in this way, with concentration, with awareness, with tense with will, and relax and feel. It's in the relaxation phase that the life force reaches the body parts and does its work. So I want to read you a story about somebody who used the energization exercises. Master says that when we need to, and also the higher dimension, is the ability to practice these mentally. Okay, like if one is ill or in the hospital and so forth, energization can and should be practiced because it hastens the healing process. So here's one story, maybe two. So where are you, Venus? Venus. 275. Okay. This story is called Lightning Flash Flows Through Me. Electric shocks. The treatment was extremely painful and left me lying on the floor like a baby, unable to stand or walk. That was when I brought to bear the energization exercises that I had practiced for several years. Because I had no feeling in my legs, I was unable to make the muscles tense and relax. As I lay in the hospital bed, I did the exercise mentally, sending energy through the medulla oblongata to the legs, while visualizing the muscles in turn contracting and relaxing and receiving healing light. I could feel the energy flowing and moving through many blockages. The longer I could focus on the exercise, the more I could feel the energy healing my legs. After 3 days, I started to walk. The doctors and nurses said that it was impossible to be able to walk so soon. They had planned to keep me in the hospital for a long time, but when they saw how quickly I was progressing, they dismissed me. This kind of cancer is curable, and I had the good fortune to receive a new therapy that targeted only the specific cancer cells. During the long treatments, while the medicine flowed into my veins and did its job, I was doing mine, connecting by another kind of IV to the cosmic energy and mentally willing it to flow through me and wash away the cancer cells. The immunotherapy cycles are now successfully finished, and I need to go for a checkup only twice a year. 1 or more times every day, I tense with will, relax and feel, always thankful for the cosmic energy therapy that is keeping me happy, healthy, and productive. This is the story of Renus from the Netherlands. 275 in volume 1. This is one of many stories of people's experiences. But you see how he used all of the elements. You see with the visualizing and seeing and feeling the energy flow, doing it mentally. You know, when we apply, it works because it's the most, life force is the most powerful force that exists. And the tools that we have are the most effective for drawing it and getting it to our body. Okay, we still have some time. Are you still interested? Yes, are you sure? Are you awake and ready? Okay. Um, oh, I'd like to, in, in volume 1, there is a chapter dedicated to other exercises that are based on energization principles that for different parts of the body. So I'd like to do 2 of them with you, and you'll find many others here. The first one is for the eyes. Okay. So our eyesight can be much improved when we energize our eyes, when we bring energy to the optic nerve, the other nerve, or nerves, in our eyes. So this exercise is very easy. I'm going to explain it to you, and we'll do it a few times together. And what happens is that we focus deeply, we concentrate in the whole eye. And if you want to, you can visualize it. If you have some idea, maybe you've seen a sketch of Michelangelo of how the eye is made or whatever, just to visualize the eye. Also from the inside, there's a lot of nerves that go to the eye, a lot of components to the eye. So we're going to, not yet, close our eyes, and then we're going to very gently, but very gently, we're going to tense the eyelids and the eyes and the eyebrows very, very gently. We're not going to touch them. What we're going to do is we're going to slowly exhale while we very gently tense and hold very low tension in the eyes. Keep the breath out. Master says for 15 counts, and just follow my guidance. And then we inhale and relax. Okay? So it's very simple. So again, it's going to be a slow exhalation with a gentle tension of the eyes, eyelids, eyebrows, holding the breath out and then relaxing. Okay, so please sit up. And again, you don't need to touch the eyes. It's better if you do not touch the eyes. And so close the eyes. Okay, focus, concentrate. You're going to be giving the light tension to the eye, the eyelids, the eyebrows. So begin with an inhalation. Slowly exhale and gently tense the eyelids, the eyes, the eyebrows. Continue to exhale. Now hold the breath out, concentrating, very gently tensing. Do not increase the tension. Concentrate, concentrate. Inhale and relax. Let's do it again together. Begin with an inhalation. Slowly exhale, gently tense. Hold the gentle tension. Exhale completely, keep the breath out. Concentrate deeply. Inhale and relax. Do this 3 or 4 more times at your own rhythm, concentrating, visualizing deeply. Feel the life force flowing through the nerves into the eyes. And twice more. And the last time. and relax. And very gently just blink the eyes a few times. And open your eyes. It's a very simple technique. Most of Master's additional healing techniques happen with the breath suspended out. Not all of them, but most of them. So that suspension of the breath is an important part, because that's when the life force is working. I don't know why, but that's the way he teaches it. I'll show you one more. You can do this sitting. You can also do it standing whenever you want to. This exercise is to improve digestion. And I'll explain it to you. It's very easy. What we do is we will place one hand on the lower abdomen, and we will tense and hold those muscles, and then place one hand on the upper abdomen and tense and hold. So both lower and upper are tensed. Now, the breath is just flowing normally, and we concentrate deeply in the stomach and intestines. So feel the heat flowing through your hands. Concentration is bringing the life force to that part of the body. Now relax for a moment. Leave your hands there. And do it again. Lower part, hold, continue to hold. Upper part, hold. Both parts, hold, concentrate. Get into the stomach, the intestines. The tension doesn't need to be very strong, but your attention needs to be focused. Breathing is normal. And relax. We're going to do it one more time. Okay, so lower part, tense and hold. Upper part, tense and hold. Remember, not too much, but concentrate. Feel the life force flowing through your hands. It's warm. It's stimulating digestion, metabolism, burning up the fat. And relax. And now Master does not add this, but what I do afterwards is I give it real good massage and just, get that energy. I mean, really get it around there. Okay, and relax. I do this. The hands are such powerful instruments, channels for healing, that before I eat, I talk to my body cells. I say, okay, we're about to eat. So come on, guys, you get awake and ready. Talking to our body cells obey our will. Okay, very important teaching. Okay, so I just talk to them and say, okay, we're gonna digest, and it's gonna be, and then okay, we're ready. Okay? Then after I eat, I do the same thing. Okay, I fed you. You happy with that? Wasn't that good food? Okay, so now we're gonna digest, and I've seen that my digestion has improved enormously since I've been doing that. I give special attention to the liver. Okay, because it's very important, and the stomach and everything, Self-massage is very effective, especially with visualization, with attention, and have a dialogue. We need to have a dialogue with our body. Our body cells obey our mind. And this is the second volume of the Life Force trilogy. It's the Green Book. Okay? Now, we know that the greater the will, the greater the flow of energy. So will is connected to the handle that opens the door and the life force enters. But what about this will power? What is will power? It's one of the three superpowers of the conscious mind. It's a mental muscle. Okay? And in order to activate our willpower, we have to do it on the mental or thought level. Okay? So it's the thoughts that start the process. Now, Master gives great emphasis not just to our physical diet, and his recommendations for physical diet is in volume 1, but his recommendations for the mental diet are in volume 2. And by the way, could we have a little, is there some air that can get to me? Yeah. Is there a fan that can work? An air conditioning fan, anything. So it is the composition of our mental diet that activates or deactivates the willpower. Master talks about mental diet. It's just like a physical diet. It's constant. The diet of Italy. What is the diet of Italy? It's very good, by the way. But it's pasta, okay? And it's pasta, it's vegetables, it's olive oil. By the way, here's something interesting. There are many places in Italy where people live to be over 100 years old. And there's one place called Acciaroli, where there are 2,000 residents. 300 of them are over 100 years old. And it's because of their lifestyle. There's no industry there. They live on the seacoast. They grow all of their fruits and vegetables. They eat fresh fish. They have a nice life. They have a lot of friends, and they eat really well. So every country has its habitual diet. Okay, so what do we have here? We have rice, dal, sabji, chapati, roti, it's pretty much the same, isn't it? Every day with little bits of variation. It's the same thing in our mind. We are thinking the same thoughts or the same quality of thoughts all through the day. And Master makes it very simple. He says there's only two kinds of thought. There's the thought that activates our willpower and the flow of energy, and there's thoughts that deactivate, that shut it down. I'm exhausted. What thought is that? Okay. Our body cells obey the mind. And when we say, I am exhausted, the body cells take that as a commandment. Okay. And they absolutely have to follow it. They don't have a choice. Okay. We don't realize what impact our thoughts have on our physical body and on our mental state. I'm depressed. I'm sometimes a person might say something and they say, oh, I hope I haven't offended you. And I always answer and say, what could possibly offend? It's just your opinion. It has nothing to do with me. But sometimes people, like they're struck, as though you've just hit them with your words. Okay, so I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic. Okay, so it activates the will and the energy flows. So Master says we want to pay attention and we want to train our mind to have the thoughts that activate our willpower and trigger the flow of life force. And we have to train the mind. We have to program it, just as computers are programmed. We need to program the different levels of our mind. The first thing to do is to be aware of our mental diet. You're going through the day and something happens and you go, oh, darn, or whatever it is you say, hopefully not a swear word. But it's just that reaction, like, why is this happening? I don't want this to happen. Why is this happening to me? It's just that immediate reaction of rejection. Oh, we have to change that and say, oh, it's okay. Everything's okay. Everything happens for the best, but our mind is constantly putting a value on things that happen to us as being negative, as being undesired, as being something, to be avoided. I wish this wasn't happening. It is. It's all okay. This is life's play. I'm a player and we can deal with it. So just replacing that, oh my God, why is this happening, with we can deal with this. Okay. Who's we? Me and God and gurus. We can deal with this, So a big chapter, a big part of volume 2 is about the deepest aspect of master scientific healing, affirmations. And, we don't have time to do much, but I'd like to mention 2 aspects of affirmation that might give you new ideas about how to practice them. So one is that affirmations become much more effective when they're combined with a mental image or a feeling. So, for example, this is the affirmation for health from Swami Kriyananda, from his book, Affirmations for Self-Healing. Okay. So it starts out, my body cells obey my will. Okay. Now, if we combine that with a visualization, okay, first of all, body cells. Oh, body cells. Did you ever look through a microscope? Remember when you were in school and okay, well, there's a lot of that inside. So somehow you visualize, oh, body cells. Okay. And then obey my will. How are you going to visualize it? My body cells. Yes, sir. Got it. Subito, right away, done. Okay. But something that makes it real. It's not just words. My body cells obey my will. No, there you are. My body cells obey my will. Okay. I am strong. I am well. How do you visualize yourself as strong? How are you? Can you close your eyes? Mentally repeat, I am strong. And what's the image of you, precisely you being strong? Are you lifting some weights? Are you, I am strong. Yeah. Okay. And then I am well. How are you when you're well? You could chirpy, perky, whatever it is, happy, smiling. Okay. So I am a flowing river. Yeah. So that's an easy one, right? But visualize it. Just mentally repeat, I am a flowing river. How does it get in the river? Flow. You're not standing on the river watching it. The affirmation is, I am a flowing river. Can you feel that? Can you feel the current carrying you, nice, gentle water? Maybe you're floating down the Ganges. Of boundless power. So where's your boundless power? How do you see it? Where's the boundless? What's happening? Of boundless power and energy. Okay, so when you take an affirmation, which is to restructure, your mind, to make it, to make your mental diet opening to life force. Combine it with a visualization. Stay with one affirmation until it's yours, until it has its effect. Okay? So one thing at a time, go deep, just like the 20 body parts. Do it, go deep, do it often. Same thing with an affirmation. Now, the second thing that makes affirmation more effective is to combine it with movement. Because when affirmation should be said rhythmically, and when the body is engaged in a rhythmic motion, the affirmation gets more quickly, more deeply. So we have our superconscious living exercises, right? I am awake and ready. Okay, the superconscious living exercises are about mental diet. Okay. They awaken energy, but their purpose is for the mind. They're about affirmation. They're not about energization, although energization is a positive side effect. Is that clear? So the focus is on the affirmation, and the movement is helping. It's not the movement. If you're doing this with kids, okay, it's fun and, but so many people do it, just as though it was gymnastics, I am positive, energetic, woo, enthusiastic. I was present when Swami first introduced the superconscious living exercises. It was in San Francisco, somewhere in the 1970s, and he was on a stage, and there were hundreds and hundreds of people there. And I watched him as he, for the first time, did these exercises with centeredness, with dignity, with a minimum of movement, but with powerful affirmation. Okay, so I'm awake and ready. Okay, I am positive, energetic, enthusiastic. Okay, so let's do those two. So please stand up. Okay. So, and if you're sitting, you can do this also sitting. So let's just get the body moving. It's been sitting for a long while. Just enjoy the movement for a moment. And now, with power, affirm, I am awake and ready. 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 Okay, who are we talking to? Talking to the body cells, and they obey your command. Talk to your body cells. We're not, okay? Talk to your body cells. I am awake and ready. 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 Okay, close your eyes and feel. Our exercises always have these two parts. We do it, and then we feel. What's the result? Okay, the last one we're going to do is, again, talking directly to the cells, and we say, awake, rejoice, my body cells. Okay, so awake is the command. What does rejoice mean? What's the meaning of rejoice? Comes from the word joy. Rejoice, be in joy, rejoice. It's also in English, it's like a Christian, it's a Christian spiritual term, you know, it's like rejoice, you know, there's angels, the angels rejoice, rejoice, you know, it's like, and then, you know, people, they even dance, you know, Christians rejoice. Okay, so you're saying awake, rejoice my body cells. And with the hands, okay, we're using the hands as channels for life force, okay, and we're getting to the cells. Okay, so let's do it. Awake, rejoice, my body cells. 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 So close your eyes and feel. So we've been talking to the cells. Are they talking to you right now? What are they saying? They're tingling. They're happy. They're full of energy. Okay. They're moving, they're rejoicing, they're dancing. Okay, please sit down. The last, what should I say, sfumatura. I'm beginning to think in Italian. I'm just a few days away from going to Italy, and the other language is coming in. Another dimension, let's say, another modality for practicing affirmations that they are even more effective is to affirm together with music. Okay. So we have, because music itself, it just comes directly into us, you know, it vibrates with the body cells. I mean, there's bad music, you know, that does harm to the body cells, and there truly is harmful music, and there's music that awakens the body cells. So when we sing an affirmation, it gets very, very strongly into us. I mean, for example, I am Om, omnipresence. I am Om, all pervading. I am Om. It's a great affirmation chant. From joy I came, for joy I live. In sacred joy I melt again. Yeah, what do we sing today? Da da da, vitality. What's the first word? God's power. Okay. And by the way, when we sing that, we want to do it in a way that's vital and powerful and, you know, energetic. You know, God's power, vitality, dun, dun, you know, because we need to empower the affirmation, you know, and there's, you know, different ways, but really giving it the strength. Okay. What else? Nothing on earth can hold me. Rise, oh my soul, in freedom. Okay. So we have many songs that are affirmation. Okay. Even like door of my heart, open wide, I keep for thee. You know, that's an affirmation that goes right into a prayer. Wilt thou come? Wilt thou come? You know, okay, night and day. I look for thee night and day. So singing an affirmation makes it even stronger for us. Okay, we're going to end real soon, and we'll end with that chant. And I'm going to read you a story about how healing chanting can be. Okay, this is from the Gold Book. This story is called The Chanting Cure. I didn't want to accept that I was having a nervous breakdown. A serious surgery and my father's death were more than I could process. My breathing became erratic to the point of spasm. My heart rhythm was accelerated and I couldn't sleep. I began taking sleeping medication and was soon addicted. That was my sorry state when I was introduced to Yogananda, meditation, and chanting. This was years ago when Ananda had a retreat center near Lake Como, which I often visited. Because I was addicted to psychotropic drugs, I was unable to control my mind in meditation. The one thing that soothed my anxieties and helped calm my thoughts was chanting, which was a common factor in all of the retreat activities. I sang at the retreat and I sang at home. Several chants were especially meaningful for me. I want only thee, Lord, thee, only thee. And from joy I came, for joy I live. In sacred joy I melt again. As I chanted, I could feel the weight of pain and suffering melting away. It was a remarkable, liberating experience. Soon, I was chanting mentally all the time. Chanting became my refuge. As I sang, anxieties would gradually dissolve. And when I couldn't sleep, I would lie there and chant. After a few months, I was able to stop the medication completely. I regained my inner balance and rediscovered my inner strength and joy. Despite the trials that my life had brought me, I have never relapsed into depression. Many years have passed, and I continue to chant. Best of all, I can meditate now deeply. The story is from Ornella in Italy, who is now a Nayaswami and the leader of one of our centers. So these are some of the many tools and perhaps some dimensions that are worth sharing with you today. So I hope you have the opportunity not just to buy the books, but to read them, to put them into practice, to study them. And when you do read them, I have a request that as you read, and read slowly, as you read and you come to an exercise, do it. Okay? I mean, it's there so for you to experience what you're reading about, to make it real for you. Don't skip the exercises in the book. And usually, you know, they're short and whatever, and you know, short, some of them are medium, but of medium length, but they're there to be practiced. Each of the volumes is connected with an online supplemental resource called the appendices. And there's a QR code and there's the URL in the book, and you have access. And the supplemental resources are amazingly profound. Many of them are the complete original articles of Yogananda, which, as I said, you're not going to be able to find in other places. Some of them are conversations with Swami. Some of them are from talks that Swami gave or Master gave. There's also videos. I recorded 4 entire lessons in energization. There's audio of guided energization. There's energization sitting in a chair. There's sitting postures for meditate. There is just, it's like workshop material is included with the books. So take advantage of that. Go to the appendices, look at them. There's also exercises in the appendices. There's writing exercises and so forth. So do them, and you will be greatly benefited by them. Now, if you're fascinated and want to get deeply into Yogananda's self-healing techniques, starting in May of this year, for a period of about 4 months, we're starting a group. Dr. Aditya in Pune will be coordinating it. It's called the Life Force Deep Dive. And every week, there are certain chapters of the book to read, and then there's a 1-hour live discussion session. Those live discussion sessions will be done by different doctors that are a part. I will be giving just the introduction to each of the volumes. Okay, so you'll be informed through your centers, through social media, and so forth. So the Life Force Deep Dive, starting in May, it ends in the middle of June. Then next year, for people who have done the deep dive, we'll start the Healing Teachers Training Program. Okay? That will be an extensive program that's the same as the certified program in Ananda Europe, the Yogananda Academy. And I'll be recording lessons, and there'll be reading assignments and live webinars and so forth. So that will continue on for a certificate. So from today forward, there's going to be a lot of ways that you can participate in going more deeply into the teachings and making them a part of your life for having greater health, more efficiency, more joyful and fulfilling relationships and work, tuning into prosperity and abundance. There is no end to the scope and the beauty and the joy that we find in what Master came to give us. And we always want to express gratitude to him for these precious, precious, precious teachings. If we could finish by singing From Joy I Came. Where's our chanter? Can you do that chant, From Joy I Came? From joy I came, for joy I live. In sacred joy I melt away. From joy I came, for joy I live. In sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live. In sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live. In sacred joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. From joy I came, for joy I live, in sacred joy I melt again. Let's keep this joy always in our hearts. You'll say a healing prayer. You'll do a healing prayer. Someone said it.
So thank you so much, Shivani ji. There was clear impact, visible impact inside. When you see that same teachings, which we are doing for many years, we take them for granted and we do them mechanically. Something which I read, what Nayaswami Ashaji said, she's not only read the original teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, she implemented that, experienced that over 5.5 decades, and now sharing back. And we could see that impact, the force with which, you shared with us. We can't thank you enough for being here and sharing these teachings. We can't thank you enough for yeah, and implementing these rights. So thank you so much for implementing in your own life and leading by example. So thank you so much from all of us. Let's share these blessings with friends and families, and especially people we know who are in need, by sharing these healing prayers. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent, thou art in all thy children. Manifest thy healing presence in all bodies, minds, and souls. And is visualizing them sending this by chanting Om 3 times. Oh. Last but not the least, let's share these blessings with Shivani ji by praying for her so that her forward journey to Ananda Europe and other places she goes, may Lord give her strength to continue to spread these teachings. Let's pray together. Divine Mother, thou art omnipresent. Thou art in all thy children. Thou art in Shivani ji. Manifest thy healing presence in our body, in our mind, in our soul. Om Shanti.
Nayaswami Shivani ji will be available with us for few more time. She will be signing the books once you purchase it from the counter. Please go to her. She will be waiting to sign the books, and also there is prasad in the next room. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining, and please go out, enjoy. She will join you there.